Hey there, everybody, and welcome into a team check-in. Today, I am sitting very far away and socially distanced from the Olympus Bolts. We got 4 of the Bolts members here in studio joining us. Fellas, thanks for taking the time to come out. I wish I could be a little bit closer, but we're hello out there.
Hey, how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Well, we shouldn't yell because there are microphones and it's cool. Everybody's here.
Sorry.
But yeah, sorry everybody. Guys, because you're in a little bit of a different situation than a lot of the other teams we're going to be checking in with during this preseason. Most of you played together last year. Haddock, sorry, you're going to have to wait a little bit to get involved. I kind of just wanted to check in with you guys and see how you guys felt about the end of last year and how you're feeling coming into this year. Bera, because you're on the right-hand side to me. I don't know why. An arbitrary reason. We'll start with you. To kind of sum up like the end of last year and coming into this year, the general team feeling right now.
I would say better, I think, than last year. I think our scrims so far have been really good, really productive. And I think...
Wow, already, huh, fellas? That bad?
Yeah, really productive, really.
I would say last year, obviously we went into it knowing it was going to be like a ramp-up year and knowing that we would only get stronger, even though our phase 2 was worse, which I found out on the podcast, which was kind of unfortunate timing, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, hate to see that.
You know, there was a lot of drama behind the scenes. We had to deal with yada, yada, yada. It wasn't fun. But I would say overall better, more confident now than I definitely was at the beginning of last year, because it was a big question mark for Jake and for kind of the whole team, I think. And I think this year, especially after our Worlds performance, I think we played really well at Worlds. And I mean, it's the highest I placed at Worlds in years. And so thanks for laughing, guys. And I'm coming in this year feeling really confident. I have a lot of faith in all my teammates. And I think we still have some stuff to work on behind the scenes. Some agreements, disagreements, ways we want to play the game. But I think Haddox will be a good mediator, kind of balancing everyone, getting everyone on the same page. And yeah, feeling pretty good.
Haddox, did you sign up for that coming in? I mean, all of a sudden you're supposed to carry with King Arthur every game and mediate? Is that the deal?
I mean, for some reason, they just like arguing a lot. Ven and Las,
I noticed, you said they, but you pointed explicitly at Las.
I mean, Ven and Las, I don't know, man. It's just something different.
It's mom and dad.
Chemistry there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's like mom and dad arguing.
Yeah.
What do you guys see it the same way, that you feel like you're the parents of the team?
Yeah, both
for sure.
Both in game and out of the game.
Yeah,
in the house.
Yeah. I know that most of you guys lived together last year. It was the 4 of you with Harry and then Jake as well, of course. Give me some of the stories from last year that we're allowed to put into the ether, because I'm assuming there are a lot that we can't.
We could do
Family friendly.
The Jake Goblin mode.
I don't know if I would share that. I don't know. Like I don't know if it's okay to share and not okay to share.
I mean, you can talk about like the basement, right?
Yeah, but we had like
Jake lived in the basement. That pretty much pretty much explains a lot. He was, we didn't see him for like months at a time. Sometimes you crawl out of the basement and just be like, "Hey guys,
crawling up the
stairs." Yeah, that's one interesting man. That guy is.
Yeah,
that was the biggest stories for sure.
Yeah, he would live down there, and then like he would go into this year, and it's like, oh, I hope I get like a room with a window in it. And it's like, okay, we can fix that.
Did he get a room with a window?
He has a big window.
Yeah,
he doesn't like the window though.
Oh no, he didn't.
I mean, he opens it sometimes, but like most
he
of
put a blackout curtain.
Yes.
He wanted to go back to the dungeon.
Yeah,
That's what he really
Jake's like, basement?
Yeah.
Where?
I talk to him all the time on Discord, so it's like a treat learning how it was for them.
Right.
Because I didn't know, like, he was just like half the time like just wearing his underwear in the basement for like the entire year.
He was just chilling, dude. He was just living his life.
Yeah.
What's the general vibe of the Bolts team house, would you say? Like, you said you two were the parents. Are you doing a lot of the cleaning, the cooking? Like, what's going on?
We have a little bit of an agreement. My girlfriend lives in Serena and me, so we do the cooking and they have to do the cleaning, and they like pay for the groceries. Like I pay for them too, but we split them basically. And then they have to clean, I clean, and Serena just cooks. And then we don't really get to cleaning except if I say we have to clean now, or and it's like, oh, we just do it the next day, it's fine. And then before we
usually
go
end
to
up
the
doing
gym, we have to clean because we have dogs in the house. So it's like a bit, you have to be a bit, point fingers and stuff.
There's
and
just Discord
And then-
messages of like plates in the sink.
And then we're, we got to go to the gym at like 5 p.m. We say we're sitting there waiting till like 5:20. Then we get going. Maybe
somebody's late
Maybe.
sometimes.
I don't know who to do that. So
Yeah.
Someone
we're
really
just
wants
sitting
to
there.
play
We're like, hey,
ranked.
5 p.m. And then we're like, Grandpa. And we call upstairs, which is Haddock's room. We just say Grandpa, and then we wait, and then we get going.
listen,
Tough scene sometimes. But on time for everything else.
Right.
Got to give him that. Gym slow.
I
time for everything else.
I was gonna be on time, and then I saw Jake walking up with yogurt.
And then sometimes Hedek says that like I say on Discord, like maybe an hour before or something, like we're going at 5, or the day before we have to go at 5 next day. We go at 5, and it's like everybody's ready at 5 usually. And then Hedek's like, oh, you guys didn't tell me we were ready. But it's like we're always ready at 5. Okay. So it's like
Sometimes I walk downstairs and I'm just sitting there for like 10 minutes. And I just I could have been upstairs doing nothing for 10 minutes.
Yeah, no shot. That happened one time,
That happened like 3.
But the formative years for Haddock's in the house, fellas. You know what I mean? Like those first few opportunities, you got to make the most of. So I understand it. Haddock's, how's it been so far? I mean, you moved in. I don't know if you've lived away from home before, but certainly being in a team house either way is a little bit different than I'm sure what you're used to.
Honestly, I like it a lot so far. It's been pretty chill. Me and Jake walk out of our room, and there's like a balcony, and we just talk to people down there. We're the
Just random strangers. Is that what you're saying?
yeah. Well, no, like inside the house.
Oh, in the house. I pictured you guys. You had like a balcony out on the street, and you're like, hello.
Hey, how are you?
You trying to hit a cue?
I don't know. It's pretty nice so far. I brought my cat here, so we're chilling in there.
How are they getting along with Ven's dogs?
Yeah, pretty good.
Lacrice
is vibing.
Lacrice is a chill dog, but Layla is like a husky German Shepherd mix.
Little
So I
wild.
don't mess with that.
Yeah.
Unless I'm there, my cat isn't out.
Yep. Yeah.
But we have a wall. It's a cardboard wall, and the dogs don't get past it. But my cat likes to jump over it, so that's a problem. But yeah, no, it's been pretty nice so far.
One of the big things from the offseason, the offseason's been kind of weird this year because it was roster apocalypse is absurd. Everyone's like tweeting about it. And then with this long lead up to the beginning of the SPL, a bit slowed down. Really sped up the other day though when you and Jake were talking about all those frozen pizzas you bought. I mean, that was a highlight of the offseason for me. So set the record straight for me. How many frozen pizzas have you done frozen pizza comparisons? Like, are we talking DiGiorno versus Red Baron versus the generic brand? You must be an expert in this field.
Well, so far, when we were first experienced to the frozen deal pizzas, it's a great deal. We were in Kroger, and we walked by the frozen aisle, and there was some pizzas on sale. It was like three for each or something, and it was Red Barons, and we took 3 of those each, and then we finished it in like 3 days. We'd eat like a pizza every night, and then we came back and we were distraught. There was no deal there.
Oh no.
And then Jake went to the very back of the store and found deals. It was like 4 for 10 or something.
He came back to the carriage with 8 pizzas.
He came back to the cart with 8 pizzas, and he's like, "Bro, I found a deal." And I walked back there. I'm like, "Let me in."
Yeah.
And we had it, and it was pretty good. Wasn't as good as the Red Barons.
Sure.
And ever since, we've been getting Red Barons.
There it is. You hear that, Red Baron?
Red Baron?
Official sponsor of the Olympus Bolts.
The Bolts?
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey,
Surely that's a good
put it
deal.
all over the house.
Yeah, the Red
camera
Baron
angle.
team house. Like we can get some branding. Surely one of the pet names is negotiable, right? Like one of them could be Red Baron.
Zor. Red Baron.
I
Haddock's?
mean, surely.
Your models out. Rio Red Baron.
Oh, Red Baron.
Yeah, honestly, Rising Crust, not that great.
Really? That's not the
Really.
play?
Not the play.
I always go thin crust.
Well, I thought you were
Always.
saying that you were doing a lot of the cooking last. You're on the frozen pizza as well?
I will have one in the freezer for like if you need a snack someday or like you're just lazy. But we try to cook like
Right.
maybe like 5 or 6 times a week, and then sometimes it's like, okay, we don't have time today, or I'm tired, or
I love those days. I order Popeyes and
yeah.
Chipotle.
So we just like, we're not gonna cook tomorrow or something, and then we just order food or whatever be leftovers sometimes. But yeah.
Ben, you're always tweeting pictures of your breakfast that
Right.
you're doing. I mean, It seems like you're cooking up a storm at the very least. You're not in on the frozen pizza train?
Yeah, no. Frozen pizza is not.
Wait,
yeah,
you bought
not
3?
vibing. I had one, and that was enough for me, and I'm not gonna have it anymore.
Yeah, he bought 3, and there's just 2 sitting in the freezer ever since.
Well, surely those are up for grabs now, right?
Yeah, go for it. Have a blast.
They look bad.
Oh, well,
Red Barons.
you just got the wrong one?
They're like
They're literally
veggie
the freshest
special
ones
or
there.
something. It looks healthy or something. I don't know.
Ooh.
You're not buying frozen pizza for your veggie intake.
That's what I'm
you know what I
saying.
mean? You got to just accept
It
the
is.
L.
It is a veggie intensive pizza. So
Barrett, when you hear all these, you're off in your own little
I'm safe.
world. Yeah, you're safe.
right.
First of all, the question I'm sure everyone's dying to know: how many frozen pizzas do you buy per week? I mean, that's huge.
If they go on sale, okay.
My man.
I literally posted in the Discord. There was a slick deal for DiGiorno pizzas, and you got like 8 of them for like $2 a pop.
What?
That's a good deal.
Yeah, and I sent it to them, and
We didn't do it.
they didn't do it. And I was like, "What? You're literally a gamer house,
Right.
not taking advantage of $2 pizzas?
Right.
Like, bro,
When
Yeah.
was that?
I think it's last year.
last year."
Yeah.
Oh,
But we
sorry.
don't have that much space
Sorry.
in the freezer, to be fair.
Haddock's is like, if I was there,
yeah.
I'm on.
Our entire freezer is full of pizzas right now.
They literally moved all our stuff from the freezer to like the side of the freezer because
had
they
to
had to
make
like
room.
all pizzas up like on there. Like
We had to make room.
and just think, Red Baron, those could be your pizzas sitting in that fridge. That's a huge opportunity.
Yeah, we have 3 frozen pizzas, and the rest is like meat and fruit and then vegetables.
Oh, like normal human food.
Yeah, like a normal human being.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah. You
What-
got one little section for laziness.
Unbelievable.
These
what do
guys
you-
are jokes over there.
Yeah, seriously, judging us? What do you think, Barra, whenever you hear all these stories from the team house? Like, I'm sure sometimes you're showing up to scrims very on time, I might add. And
Every
then they're coming in and they're all yelling at each other about something that transpired. Is it weird kind of living outside that dynamic?
No, it's lovely. it's fantastic. I miss a lot of the drama and obviously like the team bonding and all that fun, but I definitely value my own space and having my own atmosphere. And I think if I did live in a team house, it'd be fun for like a week or 2, vibing with the bros. And then after that, I'd be like, I gotta get out. I gotta get some fresh air. I gotta do anything else but talk to guys. Like I need to just leave the house.
And it sounds like no one's going to be making cookies like Destiny does. So it's
Exactly.
like,
And yeah, I get home cooked meals every day. Like
Hey, I got Layla.
that's the only good side of that house.
yep,
Layla,
the dog.
who will be mine? No, Lucreece.
Oh, come on, man. He's
Me and
chilling.
Lucreece are bros now.
He's vibing.
Yeah, that's what Ben said. You need to like spend more time with Lucreece, and like he grows on you.
He does. He starts looking.
He
me
sneaks
now.
up on
He's-
you.
We're boys now.
I mean, Layla's just the better dog.
I mean, Layla is pretty cute because she's a husky, but Lucreece
Big
is
belly
pretty cool
rubber.
too.
Big belly rubber.
It's like
Lucreece literally peed on my air mattress.
Oh,
That's
when
good.
did that happen? Was that last year?
I think
my
it was,
apartment.
Yeah, when Vin was in an apartment, I had to stay over for like SPL the next day, I think, or something. And he just peed on the apartment, and then Vin was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta clean." Or he peed on the air mattress, and then he peed on like the couch or something. And there was just like, Vin's like having a war with Lucreece, trying to keep his apartment clean. And yeah, Lucreece was not a great dog with controlling his bladder.
He has
back
not peed once in this house.
you
Wow.
still know.
Then. That's pretty good. What about throw up?
you can't really control that, can you? It has happened
Listen,
sometimes.
he's trying his
remember-
best, right?
I
Like,
woke up one day and I heard about Lucreece throwing up plastic, and then Jake was like, I gagged when I saw it or something.
Oh, it was Layla as she walked outside.
Oh.
Oh.
Man, I do love, like, I feel bad that Jake couldn't be a part. We only had 4 mics. And in the team's defense, they did yell and scream about wanting all 5 on him. Just wasn't possible. But I kind of like Jake as this, like, mythical being that, like, comes crawling out of the closet and, like,
The dungeon crawler.
thinks he wants sunlight, but then realizes he doesn't. He goes into the back of Kroger, mystically finds an insane like pizza deal.
was a deal.
Like, what is it actually like living? Because Jake's persona, everyone knows him as the guy who runs it down with Chernobog support and ranks. Like, what would you guys say teaming and living with Jake is actually like?
I've actually, I mean, he like if we want to do something, he'll always do it. Like he's always down to just kind of Like we can literally just wake him up and be like, "Want to get breakfast?" Be like, "Yeah, sure." Yeah. And so he'll always do stuff like with the team and like chill with the team and everything. And he's pretty open. You know, not the best with his words, but yeah, he's a good man. It's nice to live with him. It adds a little spice. You know.
Yeah. After we changed house from the Renegades to the Bolts, we have like the balcony open area, and then we have like a sofa and stuff and TV downstairs. So we hang out a lot more. But before, he would just be like a lot of the times in the dungeon. But now it's like every day we talk like at least like 3 times, like just in the sofa, or he's up there, I'm down there, and we talk. So that's been pretty good. But living with him, he's a bit lazy sometimes, but he's always down to do stuff if it's like, if I tell him to do something, like if it's like cleaning, it's his turn, he will always do it. But if it's up to his own, he's like not really doing it. And then he always has like he always has like a few excuses for whatever. If something goes bad or something, it's like he always has like this excuse. It's like, oh, is this like demon hunting him or something? Like he has like something with that. Like I don't know.
Like the plates are in the sink, and he's like, "That one plate, that's not my plate, but all those other 6 plates, those are my plates."
But I was waiting for whoever's plate that was to get out of the way before I could take
clean
care of
that.
mine. Right.
Those plates.
Honestly, after talking to Jake for a long time, being good bros online for a few years, he's kind of just the exact same, like exactly what I expected. when I first came here, like February 1st at like 3 a.m., he appears behind me at the door. He's like, "Nathaniel," and then it's kind of exactly what you expect.
He brings the good vibes.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. It seems like you guys. Sorry, Barry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just very
Sorry, you're not there.
Very good teammate, and as been said, not great with his words a lot of times, but if you need him to work on something in game, like he'll do it.
Yeah.
And a lot of times there will be kicking and screaming, but he will work on it and he will do his best to kind of do what we want him to do. And I think he's probably the most moldable player I've ever played with in terms of willing to try things. I mean, a lot of the try things don't work, but he is very willing to continually try things to help out his teammates and just kind of make us better. And as I brought up before, like we had a game where it was like a colon with bracer support, and we've gone from there to like he has like an established god pool and ways he wants to play the game and think about the game and his communication and everything has gotten so much better. And yeah, he's just really, really good teammate.
I was going to say, I mean, it's a whole new map. It's a whole new meta. Surely you could clue us in on some of the worst experiments you guys went through last year.
Last year.
Yeah, there was...
Definitely the Colin support was definitely tough with Bracer. He would run in, get hit once, Bracer, heal for like 10. And he's like, I got my cooldown. This is good.
Right.
So we're like...
He's got buttons, baby.
Shell. Sprint, blink.
Do those give him buttons?
I don't think so.
Your personal sprint.
I don't remember it last year, but what we've been through, it's been so much.
The Osiris support was a little bit interesting.
I love the Osiris support. I was a big fan.
Right.
You guys played that in an SPL game, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
and
rough stuff here.
Still think it was good that game. Still,
really?
I think Jake does too.
Back. Yep.
Didn't you guys get blown out in like 20 minutes flat that game?
No, we did not.
By the Ravana support that was accidentally locked in.
Oh, yeah.
We got ganked.
Oh, you got ganked. I mean,
there's nothing to do. Like, we got ganked.
The Osiris support that has no way out got ganked.
Yeah. Well, it's
weird.
I think we had
he has no way out too.
I think we had a few scenarios last year with being like a lot of focus on Neve support and Thriller support. I mean, I was like, we can maybe try it like a little bit, but we probably shouldn't play it. And then I don't know if we ended up playing. We played Thriller at least, but I don't know if we played Neve.
I remember at the beginning of the year, the Nox.
Yep, the Nox. I was gonna.
Oh man, we tried. He wanted to play. So it was the beginning of the year. It was like what 3 weeks into the SPL or something like that. And he was like, "Let's just do Nox support and Scylla." And I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "I'll play the game for you."
Oh no!
He died off cooldown. And then he also missed like all of his buttons. And then literally in that game, I just left and went to go walk the dogs. I was like, okay, I'm done here.
I've seen enough. Like,
he was literally inting and I was like, okay, I'll walk the dogs.
Did you hear about it though? Whenever Mike then pulled out Nox support,
that was when he got buffed.
Okay.
The one went through walls.
Yep.
I remember
that was pre the one going through walls.
Yeah.
We had played it like after those weeks where it went better as well, like phase 2 or something. Like we played it as well, and I don't know if you ever put it out in SPL.
I really wanted to because I thought it was really good.
Yeah, we had like pretty good games with it and all that, but yeah, we just didn't find the time to try it in SPL.
I like how Haddock's the guy who like Jake was probably talking to outside the team environment last year. He was like, yeah, he was upset. Like,
I remember when PBM played in SPL. I was like, dude, you're probably so mad. He's like, that's your pick, and he's playing it right now. How do you feel? And he was not happy.
Unlucky.
He stole his sunlight.
Hey, here's the good news, fellas. You got a whole nother year of interesting support experiments to run through. What in kind of bringing it back towards looking forward, talk to me about what the expectations are for the team this year. What do you guys think that, maybe not, I'm not going to make you give me your record or anything like that, but what are some of the things that you think that you guys will do well this year, and especially in comparison to last year?
I think we're going to hit the ground running immediately. I think there's going to be no ramp-up time for us. I think our synergy is already really good because we were teammates last year. I think Haddock fits really well with the way we want to play the game. And he's also very vocal in terms of if he wants Lass over there or if he wants Jake over there. And I expect us to be top 3 and no lower than that.
No lower than that. Fellas, those are pretty lofty expectations.
I completely agree.
Yeah,
that's my ADC right there.
Both stick together. Ride the lightning. Yeah, I mean top 3. I hope to get top 3. I'm saying like top 4. That's what I'm like. That's the goal for me. But I can see us go further up than top 4.
If let's say you get supremely unlucky, you get ganked. Like that level.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Right. So, out of your control. If you guys were to end up struggling for some unlucky reason, what do you think that unlucky reason would be?
Me and Jake dying at Pro Buffs. I mean, it hasn't happened yet because we haven't gone for one yet.
Right, I was going to say.
Me and Jake have a habit of overextending and dying, and
they only have one key in this W.
Right.
Yeah. If Jake says he's going in, I gotta be there for him, and that's just the way we play the duo lane. And so if they call the jungle is in our jungle, sometimes we die to him.
Call it 30 seconds.
He's a red buff right now. He's clearing red buff. Don't go for the pill buff. Like we go into
but it's
buff.
up.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
sometimes me and Jake know that he's there, and we still think we can win the 2v3. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we don't. So. I would say that's something me and Jake need to work on personally between me and him,
What about the team, though?
The team as a whole.
Not throwing at Phoenix Sieges.
I would say overall
siege.
plan making, I think sometimes we fail at. Like, we'll have the general idea of going here, doing this, but the overall plan making of like how the team fight's going to lay out or how a specific person's going to play the team fight. Sometimes we do that really well. Sometimes we just do it poorly. Kind of flip the coin that day.
Yeah.
Execution, probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
We like have a plan and we'll be like, okay, we'll do it. And then we do it and it's like, yeah, that wasn't the plan.
Yeah, I think usually
seeing out there.
The plans and like the mindset going towards it is good, but when it comes to execution, it's just it just doesn't happen sometimes.
Yeah. Just falls apart a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's to be expected under pressure and like even something is called, sometimes people might still be like on a different page. And it's just like what we need to practice on.
What do you guys, I'm curious, I probably should have asked this in a better order, but last year you guys are stuck at home the whole time, pandemic, everything like that. What were some of the things outside of Smite that you guys did to pass the time?
Honestly, that was a really boring year. It was kind of rough. Not really like, at the beginning of the year, we went to the gym. Like it was last night.
Yeah, beginning of the year.
Going to the gym was sought, but
gym, and then we went out to eat a few times.
But then once like, obviously the pandemic got like really serious, we just like stayed inside. We just ordered food. Literally never left.
We would walk the dog sometimes together.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah.
But it was, it was kind of just really boring, to be honest. There wasn't really much to do.
That was the biggest thing. Like whenever you guys need to do something, it's like, we got to go walk the dogs.
We
got to go like have a talk, and then everyone but me would go walk the dogs.
Yeah.
But you could walk like your cats around the house.
They call me on Discord. They're like, "What's up? You walking your cats?"
Yeah.
But this year's been way better. We've been going to the gym for like 1.5 months now. We all eat sometimes, and we hang out because
We went out to eat, that's for sure.
the living area is way better now, because before it would be kitchen, and then I'd be like walk into the room to a living area. But now like the kitchen is open area with the living room, and there's the balcony. So we always just like see each other. Whereas last year we had the dungeon and all that stuff. So
Impossible to say what Jake was ever doing.
Jake is actually a little bit unhappy that he can't avoid people in this house.
Tough.
Yeah.
It's a change of pace. It's a change of pace for the young guy.
Last year's house was definitely just too big, I think, for us.
Yeah,
like, there's not really a
probably.
point of having that much room. It was sick at the time when we got it, but then it was like, well, not really much to do with this.
Right.
So it was kind of just like,
Yeah. Well, I think that a lot of people felt the same way. You know, what can you really end up doing? Well, what are some of the things that you're looking forward to being able to do once the world kind of goes a little bit more back to normal?
they smite.
Wait, maybe I should answer that for you guys. Still queuing Smite, going to the gym, going out to eat, and walking the dogs.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
But safer this time around, you know? I suppose
have a
that's the
mask.
play.
I mean, being
always
from
wear it.
Denmark, it would be nice to travel a bit, like explore the US. I've only been to New York and Georgia. I've actually been to Pittsburgh too.
I was going to say, I mean,
yeah,
you're missing
been
a
to
really
Pittsburgh.
important one on that
There's some
list.
experience up there. But I'd like to go to like a few different states to see how it is over here, because, Denmark is pretty small. The US pretty big. Just want to see what you can offer. But I haven't really been able to do that, and probably still can't, but yeah.
Well, before we let you guys go, I got one more question for you. You guys seem to really like. I know it kind of started as a meme. I'm sure it did at least. The ride the lightning, the bolts, all that kind of stuff. But at some point, it has clearly wormed its way into your brains now and has really taken a hold. I mean, are you guys bought into having that? Like we have a brand, so to speak, that is ours and that we can own. Have you been enjoying that so far?
I have.
Yeah,
You
it's
like-
been nice.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. The balls!
Oh, that
Come
was
on,
the
you're
thing?
supposed to
We were
do
doing
it.
it?
Come on.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. The balls!
Let's go.
Come on!
Ride the
bro.
lightning.
Right, yeah.
They don't do
Go
that.
Bolts.
I do
Go
that every
Bolts.
day, but
It's been nice to see like the thing that we started doing, like Snipe the Bolts on every Monday.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about mandatory fun time.
Oh, it's
it's
so
so
fun.
fun.
I love it.
It's mandatory.
Yeah, see, these guys hate it, but
Yeah, I can.
No, I literally love it. It's so much
Right.
fun.
Yeah,
Bro, it's so fun.
It's so much fun.
Right, yeah.
I get to not play the game for 20 minutes because Jake had the great idea of not doing damage to anyone.
Or backing.
Yeah, or backing. Great idea.
That was great. I love
So
that.
fun and mandatory.
Yep. But it's
It's
been
my-
beneficial behind the scenes.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna ask. Is that I understand the purpose of mandatory fun time, but from the outside looking in, I'm not sure how successful it's being right now. It seems like it might be having the opposite effect of what I assume it's intended to do.
I think it actually did work.
Yeah, I
The
think
purpose of it did work.
It's just opening up a bit, like getting communication going, just have like a bit of fun. Like,
Yeah.
Even though we're already good friends and all that, and obviously we have headaches on
I
the team
would
now.
say that it was not my original idea. I yoinked it from somewhere else and brought it into us.
And I'm sure you guys all look very pleased about
I
that.
wonder where.
Yeah. Where'd you get that from?
Brought it from somewhere.
Somewhere.
From
where?
Somewhere.
Somewhere
else.
else. It's somewhere.
I
Another
saw
esports?
success from somewhere else. I brought it in, and the success happened. Hopefully now.
Hopefully the success is coming. I mean, it's any time now, right?
Yeah, we can only hope.
Anytime.
Well,
now.
I've been
listen.
waiting for 7 years.
Now we know that if when the Bolts do well and finish top 3 at the very least,
Right.
we have mandatory fun time to thank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe everyone should start doing it. Guys, thanks for the time. Hopefully you guys can keep having a good time. Excited to watch you guys play. We'll see you next time here on one of these team check-ins.